This is my LTCC coil pack conversion. I'm just going to show everybody how I made my brackets. These are just some sheet metal I picked up from Mead's Do It Center. What I did first was I made a cardboard cutout on the car. These are bent, but kind of looks something like that. I was going to have them come all the way down to the 2 center valve cover bolts, but I changed my mind on that. But anyway, I made some cardboard cutouts. The sheet metal, how I bent it was, I got a brick wall beside my house and one of the bricks are busted off. So I just kind of set this on the edge of the wall like that, put a brick on top of it, had somebody stand on it, and I bent it down. There were a couple more bends past this to go to the valve covers, but like I said, I opted out of that and I just cut this off. I'm just going to bolt it to the fuel rails up here, directly on the fuel rail, and let it hang down. I cut these out with some tenor snips right there, and after I got it cut out and roughed in a little bit, I did some more angle cuts to make it fit a little bit better. I drilled the holes with just a 7/64 drill, 7/64" drill, and these holes I cut out for the coils to go in, I used a Dremel with a reinforced cutoff wheel, and it actually had a hard time going through these. I forget what gauge this sheet metal is, but it's not really that thick, but it holds the coils really well. Here's the coils I'm using off of a 2002 Silverado. I emailed Bob Bailey on that, and he said that those work fine. Here's one that I got finished for the driver's side. Got the coils already in, and that's what it looks like. They're nice and separated, and it'll just hang on the intake like that off the fuel rail. The 2 bolts on the fuel rail. Right now I'm just waiting on plug wires to get it all put in, and once I get the plug wires, I'll make a video of the rest of it. Okay, so I put the brackets on the car. This is what we got. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, enough for my taste. Over here you'll see the coils go around the oil fill, but I don't know if you can see good enough or not. The plug wires will go around that pretty easy. But if that was a problem, I could just get one of them oil fills that are, level with the top of the valve pan cover there, and so I don't have that long extension. Like I said, they'll go around that, no problem. And then on this side, I'm not sure if the fuel line's running like that's going to be an issue or not. I'm going to try to find a better way to route this. If I have to take that fuel rail off and unbolt it from the back where the fuel lines go, get me a little bit more play. See if I can't run these a little bit different. Probably get rid of this vacuum line here and just take that whole piece off that goes all the way around and plug it on the intake on the other side, because I think that's for that canister in the fuel tank there, and I don't need that. I'm going to delete all that when I put a better fuel pump on the car. But these wires up here, I'm going to put some of that hard plastic cover on it that'll fit these. Probably take all this tape off so I can put those straighter and put them straight back. That way you'll just see one of these, whatever these things are called, and that way to go straight back. And then we'll bolt the LTCC right here and just run the wires to the ignition coil, or ignition module and coil right here, and I'll just let those run over here. And then the ones that go back to the opti, where the hooks up to the opti on the passenger side underneath this bracket. And for the coils themselves, I'm just going to run that back here, zip tie it on the firewall, and bring it back to the back and plug those in. And I'll probably ground that with the back fuel rail bolts. Should be sufficient. And yeah, that's what they look like on the car. I'm gonna order my plugs from MagnaCore. That's the only reason I put the brackets on right now, is I'm gonna use this spark plug wire I got laying here to get an idea of what lengths I need. I'm gonna call MagnaCore up and say, hey, these are the lengths I need, and they'll make them for you and send them right out, and that's what I'm gonna do. Well, this is my finished LTCC cool pack conversion. It was really easy to hook up. Just hook it into the opti, hook the LTCC into the opti on the passenger side intake there. Hook the harness to the coil harness, the LTCC coil harness, to the coil harness you get with your coils, which they're marked 1357, that's the driver's side. 2468, that's the passenger side. And then you have the two pink wires and the yellow wire, but you don't need the yellow wire if you don't want to use that one. That one's for the two-step and stuff, but I went ahead and hooked it up, even though I'm driving an automatic. Hook that to the 12-volt hot wire that went to the coil. See, coil and ignition module are gone. Sometimes it's not a pink wire, sometimes it's a pink and white wire, but it's just the 12-volt switched on power that those will go to. And then the white wire just went to the white wire that went to the ignition module, and that was it. Started right up. Seems to have a lot better throttle response, and it actually does feel a lot more powerful, but the opti, this thing goes through optis left and right, so it's never been right before. So there you go, that's it.